Back at it, yeah. We up in this thing, man. I'm here with my brother Pead, man. Isaiah Pead, your boy Midwest Smalley. That's what they call me. You feel me? But hey, we finally got a name. We finally
Hey,
got a name, man.
come on, man. Talk
Any
about it.
given podcast, man. Any given podcast. I feel like it was the perfect name. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like it's any given podcast. Of course, sports theme, any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying, the reference. But with any given podcast, we can talk about anything. You feel me? Like it's any given
Boys are.
podcast.
Boys
Like
are. Mm-hmm.
like straight up. Straight up. Like shout out to the Instagram, posted the Instagram. Like we getting a lot of support and feedback like already, man. And it's like it's really motivating me to keep going. It's motivating me to like, dang, this is something that we was really supposed to be doing. You feel me? Like it's like people was waiting on this. Like they was like, yeah, we want to see more already. Like that shit hard. So
Feel
you know what I
good.
mean. So we had to do another episode. You know what I'm saying? We give them another episode already. We going into preseason week 2 this week. Got a lot of things to talk about. You know, we talked about Shador. You know what I'm saying? How his performance was phenomenal last week. You know what I'm saying? And what that means. They did move him up on the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? They still got him number 4 on the depth chart even after that. But I get it. I understand it because they ain't seen the other two, and it's like we ain't even threw them out there yet. We just can't let them take their spot without, you know what I'm saying, give them at least a shot. So I feel like that's what we're gonna see from the Cleveland Browns this week if they back from injury. You know what I'm saying? If they are healthy to go, I think we're gonna see more the other rookie that they drafted. You know what I'm saying? And then I think we're gonna see, you know what I mean, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, of they other options and everything. I don't think they're gonna throw Flacco. Flacco don't need to play no
Yeah.
preseason. They already know what
Flacco.
Flacco.
Flacco
They
was
know
there.
what Flacco gonna do, man. Flacco our age, man.
Yeah, yeah. Flacco was there for emergency purposes only. You dig what I'm saying?
man,
Yeah, yeah.
man. So I think that's what they gonna do. But it's like they put in Flacco number 1 on the depth chart. I'm like, bro, if y'all going, y'all just bullshitting with that, man.
That's
I
because
feel like
they
they've
being
been doing
correct.
that. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Just
They
make
being
him feel
politically
good.
correct. They don't want to give out nothing. Week 1, that first snap, that's when they gonna tell the world who started. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think we're gonna see more of week 2 of them just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
yeah.
that first week they really only had Shador as an option, so that's why we got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Shador. But I feel like Shador ain't gonna play as much this week. I don't think. You feel me? I don't think he's gonna play as much.
This week 3.
Week 2.
Okay, week 2. So it's kicking up. Hold up, they took away one, right? So it's only 3 preseasons, and it's an extra
Mm,
regular season. Um, I would still think it goes the same way. I mean, back when they had 4 of them. Okay, back when they had 4 of them, you know, it was a build up, and then by that third one, the third one was played like a real game up until
mm,
the fourth quarter, and then the fourth one was really for all the ones who were still fighting to be on the team. So
right. Okay.
I don't know how they treat it now. I would assume kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who fighting to be on the team, they gonna get thrown in a little early. Saying all of that to say though, I think shit. I think he might play some time though. I think in this next one he's gonna play some time. I think
Yeah, I hope
you know,
so. I know the fans hope so.
yeah, yeah. My fault. I done got it sidetracked, my bro. But yeah, yeah. So I think he gonna be all right.
I think we're gonna see a little bit of him. What you think about Travis? You know what I'm saying? I posted a clip on the page. Shout out to the Instagram if y'all haven't already followed it at, you know what I'm saying, at
Oh,
brain fart. What's
any
the
podcast.
one any given
One
podcast?
any
One any
given
given
podcast.
podcast.
Oh man, we still fresh.
One any
We still
given
know.
podcast,
We
man.
still
Yeah,
trying to figure it
I
out.
literally just created the Instagram like 24 hours ago, man.
Not
I'm
even.
already getting views
Not
on there. We getting followers.
even.
Like shout out to all the legends. You know what I'm saying? We got college coaches. We got NFL players following us. You know what I'm saying? It's really turning into something real fast, man. And I'm talking about. I had that thing up for 24 hours, bruh. So they
Love is
they
so.
rocking with it. They rocking with it, man.
Love is so.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to talk about, you know, of course, preseason week 2. We're gonna talk about fantasy football. Fantasy football this week coming up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the fantasy football drafts are coming up. You know what I mean? We gotta touch on that a little bit, and you know what I mean. And I want to touch on, just like I said, some of the legends from our city, like Columbus, Ohio, and all around the region and everything. A lot of them have tapped in and everything, man. So want to highlight a couple of those, and you know what I'm saying, before we get up out of here. But what you trying to talk about today, man? What you
Man,
got? What you got for
we
me
speaking
today,
of
man?
highlights. We talking highlights, man. The main highlight. We gonna talk about bro. We talking about you. We talking about the man behind the mic, the man behind the scene. He just told you
Yeah,
Instagram, not shit, ain't 24 hours ago, and this they got some more shit. That tell you
yeah,
like,
man,
get down. You know, he get down. That's what he do. Promote, and he brings
man.
the voice. He the voice. You know what I mean? So we talking about you. You know what I'm
It,
saying?
it's crazy, man. I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I do want to let the people know who I am. They like, bro, who the hell this nigga? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you
it's like,
gotta tell
all right, bro, you feel me? So
the host.
I let them know, you feel me? I'm Marley, Midwest Marley, what they call me, DJ Marley Moore. Been out here for about 20 years, but it's like where we come from, like east side of Columbus, like coming up out of Eastmore Academy, you know what I'm saying, and even just the inner city of Columbus, period, man. We was around a lot of talent, a lot of great individuals, a lot of dope people. You know, shout out to our producer, my brother Jay Will. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my brother, my best friend. You know what I'm saying? In Eastmore, like we was together like that, like. I didn't realize it back then, but I always was like the voice that always got the things moving back then. Like it was like Jay Will had won homecoming king, you know what I'm saying, Eastmore Academy our senior year. You feel me? First day of school, I walked in, I had a game plan. Hey, bro, this how you about to win it, bro. This is what we're gonna do. This is what you, you know what I'm saying. This is what you gotta
Right,
wear. You know what I'm saying. This is
right.
how you. This Ashley Coleman need to be your girlfriend this year.
Hey, shout out Miss AC. You heard?
I said, Ashley Company to be your girlfriend this year, man. It was like, bro, I've always been the person to like, you know what I'm saying, to like kind of push people to where they want to be. I've always had like a passion for that, man. Creating stars, creating artists and things like that. Like that's what really got me into wanting to do radio, wanting to like I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, like be
Hold
like
on, slow
Jermaine
down, slow
Dupri
down,
or
slow
something
down,
like that. You feel me?
slow down, bro. Slow down, bro. So you telling us the backstory of right now, cause you know, I feel the, you want to get that off, right? But we need to follow.
Yeah.
We trying to follow you. You dig what I'm saying? We trying to follow you. So right now,
Okay.
is this more so where it began, like where you started to put things together? Is this more so just again the background picture? What is this right here?
It's really more of the background, man. Like I
Okay.
said, like I'm bringing it all together because it's like it all the journey all is where what led me
Yeah.
here. You feel me?
Okay.
Like it really started off in sports. It started off with sports with y'all. I say that senior year at Eastmore, my senior year, your sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, you know what I mean? That dedication, like bro, like even like I say, like watching other athletes that came up out of the city and stuff like that, like it motivated me. I remember that sophomore year, like, you know what I mean, like working out with you. I remember how mad you was that you didn't get the start position that year. You know what I'm saying? And how hard you wanted to work. You know what I'm saying? And me being a senior, and I knew I could be one of the best receivers on the team, but it was like I didn't play my first 3 years. I didn't play my first year on that football field was my senior year. So it was like, bro, I was ass, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was out there fucking
Working.
wasn't catching the damn thing. You feel me? But it was like I remember after practice, like, because you wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, that guy on the team. And it was like, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Jay Will. Like, bro, we in my granny backyard. We stealing cones from school. We going doing drills and everything. We
That
we
boy,
we
hey,
catching ball. You know what I'm saying? We out
boy,
there in the summer, like in between, like we really out there in the sand. Like, and it was like by the time I would say by like mid-season, I seen myself like the coaches didn't respect it, but I seen myself get a whole lot better. I seen myself like to where I felt like I was one of the best receivers on the team. You know what I'm saying? And just that dedication, I took that to everything. Like after my ball dreams, you know what I'm saying? Y'all went to college and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And I went to school, joined the frat and everything, start throwing parties and everything, and it kind of translated into me being a DJ. But that same type of mentality of chasing our dreams and chasing greatness and doing the little things every day to get better and better. I applied that to the DJ aspect of the music aspect of my dreams and everything. And that's
Yeah,
how that came about.
yeah, you couldn't forget. You know, it was almost like you couldn't unsee the look what we had already been putting in, and you know, it
Bro,
was
we used to talk about this shit, man. Like, listen, bro, I remember niggas like I remember you was young, bro. We used to talk about that shit. You running down like bro, we like, yeah, it's gonna be in the NFL. We're gonna watch the commentators. I say Pead with another touchdown. That's it. Like, we used to say, we used
no
to really
bullshit.
manifest
Hey,
that shit, man. And then it's
you
like
would call me after
to
y'all
really
lost,
like I used to
man.
get goosebumps really like when I got older watching your ass on TV, like, bro, this thing on TV right now.
Uh, and every time I come home or
Like
talk
that,
to the phone,
but
shit, we run it
that
back.
that let me know like anything could be done. You know what I'm saying? Like we really said that shit and we really made it happen. And you know what I'm saying? And like it made me take that attitude to anything we wanted to do. Like even with this podcast, like bro, we you know what I'm saying? It ain't like we ain't achieved greatness before.
Right, right, right. This ain't the first go round. You dig what I'm saying?
So
So going okay. So piggybacking kind of off that, when did you know like it was this is what you wanted to do though? You wanted to be more so in this music and the so to say the entertainment business, doing what you do with the radio, with the DJing, with the interviewing. When did that become a light bulb?
okay, I say it was a few stages. Um, my freshman year in college. Um, Now shout out to Jay Will. Me and Jay Will went to Bowling Green. You know what I'm saying? We went out to Bowling Green. We was actually still chasing football dreams. We tried to walk on. We had tried out for the team. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We made it all the way to final tryouts. You know what I'm saying? We had got cut. The coach that I even like was rocking with us. He had ended up losing his job and everything, so it kind of messed up our opportunity and everything. But then Jay Will ended up transferring. He went to Tiffin to go play ball. Me,
mm,
I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with ball. You feel me? I'm ready to just, you know what I'm saying, figure out what's the next step. So I kind of went out there. And I'm meeting like my frat brothers and everything. This before I'm in the frat, and I got introduced to throwing a party. And I remember the first party that I threw, bro. Like I got the flyers made. Like we going around campus, like passing out flyers. And like we on Facebook, this one on Facebook. This before you could like invite everybody in one
right,
button. You had to
right,
actually invite people one by one by one
right.
by one. We in the computer lab in college, like really like come to my party, come to my party. Every girl we see on campus, like come to my party, come to my party, come to my party. And I'm talking about we threw an icebreaker, and it was like one of the biggest parties like ever, bro. Like if the party went down, we had a line all the way down the block. Like and we had so much fun. Like it was no problems at this party, like no fights, no nothing like that. It was just like pure fun, and it was like super packed. And it was the first time that I had seen this much money, and it was like I'm counting this much money for myself. We made 20 bands that night, bro. I'm 19 years old, and I'm counting 20 bands in a hotel room that I just made legally in one night. I decided right then and there, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
But
That was the moment I
no
said, I
bullshit.
don't want to do nothing else. I want to do this.
Nah, I feel that. I feel that too.
I
Shit,
want to do
I,
this.
hey, fucking NIL, fuck all that. This what we
It
doing.
did. And how I transitioned into the DJ part, like bro, after throwing parties, so many parties, I threw a concert. One of my concerts that I threw, man, I threw a concert. I booked the artist, man. I don't even want to say the artist, man, but I paid like $5,000 for the artist, man, and then had all the promotion, like you got all the put it on the radio, got all my flyers, got the venue, then paid my DJs, and I got everything set up, bro. And it's Ohio, bro. Had a snowstorm, had a blizzard the day of my party. Nobody showed up, bro. So it was like I remember that night, like, bro, I was so salty because I lost that money. It was my first time taking a big loss like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember the only person that left with profit, I had to still go to the ATM and go get some money out the ATM because I still had to pay the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a DJ.
Right, right,
He was the only nigga that got paid tonight.
right. Nah, for real.
So
Uh,
that's how the DJ shit transitioned, man. It did the radio, like
So,
I did internship. I did internship with radio. Like, I was really doing college radio just to promote our parties. Like it
mhm.
was helping with promoting our parties and everything. So like that's how that even started. And then like I ended up doing an internship, man. They hired me when I graduated, and it's like, bro, the rest is history.
Yeah. So, so then, what was the moment like? Because going to a college. So for me, I like to kind of break down, compare, the sports journey with, because sports is career just like any other career outside
Yeah.
of sports. And so,
Y'all didn't get to live.
sport,
Y'all didn't get to live the college life all the way. Y'all was on
but
lockdown half the
nah,
time.
right. But in sport, it's on TV, you get drafted and all this.
Yeah,
But
y'all get the rewards, but y'all got to sacrifice that
well,
fun. Yeah.
but there's still that same type of moment in other careers, minus all the TVs and stuff, right? It's still,
Okay.
getting on to a new career. There's still signing bonuses, there's still little things like that. So my question to you is, what was that, almost like being drafted? What was that outbreak moment for you? Like, yo, I'm in the league now. You dig what I'm saying? Like, when did that come to you?
When
And
I
I know,
start dressing, when I start the moment I start dressing different, I'm starting to shop at the Cartier store and every day now.
you dig what I'm saying? Like, they saying my name, they buying my jersey. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I would say that moment for me. Okay. I worked radio. My first radio was in Toledo, Ohio. Then I went to Detroit and I did Detroit for about a year. I worked for Radio 1 in Detroit, Hot 1075. Shout out to Hot 1075. You know what I'm saying? All the cats out there, Pagion, Shorty the Prince, DJ BJ, you know what I'm saying? Worked with them for a while. And I learned a lot in Detroit. Came back to Columbus. Like in Detroit, I was just like a fill-in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like working weekends and like if somebody call off work, that's when I get on the radio. I do commercials and shit like that. You feel me? That's what I was doing in Detroit. So uh I got to Power 1075. That was my dream job. Columbus, Ohio, the radio station I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? I finally got that job.
Hey,
Like, you feel me?
all
Like
strong.
I was still part time. Yeah, I'm with Paul Strong. I'm with City News. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, yeah, bro. Like, I'm really with these niggas now. You feel me? So like shout out to the big homies, man, for real. But like
OGs.
they showed me a Dommy Styles, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the
Nah,
big homies, man. They're my homies for real. But I'm working at Power 1075. I got in a little trouble with early there and I got let go. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This is wild boy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got let go. But the thing about me getting let go was it created a whole nother station. I beat iHeart, the top 40 station, 97.9. I beat them in 2014 in ratings for the first time in like 10 years. So what iHeart did was they created a hip hop station to compete with Power 107. So they created like 106.7 to beat. And then since I
dang.
got five, since Power 107 had let me go, 106.7 to beat, they picked me up. They wanted me to start a show over there. Shout out to Big Man Kanata. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting a job over there. He brought me on.
Mhm.
So I really started with 106.7. Like that was a fresh station in the city, and I'm there as the personality, the face of the station. And they put the battery behind my back. And then I'm full time. And within the first year, I got on my first year there was 2015. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? That was the same year my granny died, same year my daddy died, same year my daughter was born. You feel me?
Like, going on, right?
A lot going on. You feel me? But I had 106.7 and I was finally that guy. You know what I'm saying? Where the station is all behind me. And within a year, I became number one. You know what I'm saying? I had the number one show in the city. Like they didn't even expect me to go number one. They didn't like iHeart didn't expect my ratings to be as high as they did. And I went number one and I was number one for 4 years, selected to the BET Awards 5 years in a row. Like and everything. I say like during that time, I say between 2015 and 2020, That was my yeah. That was I was on top. I was on top of the world, bro.
Hey, word.
I was
Bullshit.
number one. That was my draft moment. That was when it was like. Now that I
Yeah.
got the number one show, I start getting fresh as hell everywhere, going to work
Nah,
every day. I'm in
nah.
this bitch with my jewelry on, and you know what I'm
Word.
saying. I got my Cardis
Hey,
on the radio. Like y'all niggas can't even see me, but I'm fresh as hell, boy.
nah, no bullshit. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, nigga. I'm in the city. And you know,
Yeah.
I stopped playing in 2016, so I was back in the city for all that time. Used to love hearing you on the motherfucking radio. Hey, look at this nigga, man. Hey,
Real
I
shit.
all love, bro. You know
Real
I love
shit, real shit, man. That shit wild. Ain't nothing like it.
Nah.
Like I've been
So
able to be on radio in Chicago, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? In
yeah,
Cleveland, and I've been on the radio in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for like the last 4.5 years. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing like that back home, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you on the radio, my mama listening to me right
On the
now, nigga.
radio,
All
bro.
my homies from high school listening
On
to me
the
right now.
radio,
My
bro. And I
aunties and uncles
swear,
listening to me right now. You feel me? Like ain't nothing like it, man. So
I used to, bro. Love it,
I
man.
live the dream, man. I got
Nah,
to live the dream.
and I like I say, just again that Sandlot shit, and just knowing the grind that you just talked about, how we was always working. You did what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's where it's just proud just again hear you on the radio, see you on the ground doing your thing, seeing you interviewing. You know what I'm saying? Going to I done pulled up into shit. Rachel's like, hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Just you feel me? Like,
I shout out to Rachel's.
like
Listen. I ain't never made more money out of a club than Rachel's, boy.
oh man, hey Rachel's man, that shit
I made the
legendary.
most out of any club I ever had, bro. Rachel's was my bread and butter for a
Nah,
minute,
that's
boy.
so okay. So let's just get right to let's kind of stand there. What's one of some of your favorite interviews? You got a favorite interview you ever done?
Uh, one of my like a couple of my favorite interviews. I say I did an interview with the baby that went viral. That was one of my favorite interviews, and that was one of my favorite interviews because I really feel like I did it right. Like it was professional. I had everything. I had my cameraman. I had like you know what I'm saying. Like I had my questions laid out. Me and you know what I'm saying the baby really had a good chemistry while we did the interview. It was a dope ass interview like he had fun with it, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? He even dapped me up, was like, bro, that was a fun ass interview, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's one of the interviews I could say that I was proud of, and it actually did numbers.
Yeah.
I
And then the babies.
uh another interview, like I got a lot of dope interviews,
Right.
man, a lot
Yeah.
of interviews I can remember, bro.
Yeah.
But
You and I
it's
doing
like, and then it's like some of them be like my favorite now because they not here. Like my interview with Young Dolph, that's one of my favorites now because he not here no more. You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Right.
Like my interview with Young Dolph. When you say favorite interviews, the number one interview I always think of is like my interview with G Herbo. That interview also went viral too, but
Mhm.
it was at a time when me and her was going through the same thing with our baby moms. You
Mm.
feel me? And
Nah,
we connected on some whole other shit in that interview. And it was like it was so organic and it was dope. He even dapped me up after that interview, was like, bro, that was one of the realest interviews I ever did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we really like I got him to open up. I opened up. It was a dope ass interview. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If y'all get a chance to check that out, go check out that volleyball G Herbo. Like that shit was smooth, man. I fuck with that one. The
Okay.
baby interview, like, you know what I'm saying? And probably
Yeah.
that young Dolph interview. Them is my
Yeah.
top one.
Yeah. And now, so, hey, if we gonna go the best, we gotta go one that, what you think is one that you maybe could have did a little better. Like you left, bruh left out. You, damn, I left him short a little bit. I could have got him a little right more.
Yeah, okay. It's a few of those. Like, okay. Mm, ooh, wait. Okay. Man, it's a few interviews that I would say like I might have been a little nervous in, and I didn't really like go as hard as I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I played it safe instead of like, you know what I'm saying, pushing it to the edge. Like, uh, like I've never been a type like an artist ask you like, don't ask this question. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the
Yeah.
type that like, nah, nigga, I'm asking that shit.
Right, right. I'm gonna ask it
Like
anyway.
you want to get mad and fight me? That we going viral, then, nigga. Let's go.
Right, right.
But it's times where I kind of held back and didn't want to offend people and shit like
Yeah,
that, and I feel like nah, fuck that. Like I missed a moment where it's like I didn't give the people what they really wanted to hear out of that person. And it was like I didn't exploit that interview as much as I wanted. And sometimes I can go back and forth like maybe I'm a real one because I didn't push it, but it's like me being a journalist and I'm me looking at like niggas like Charlemagne and the ones that's like what I'm saying, that go over that hump, that you gotta be a little edgy. You gotta be scared to, what I'm saying, to go there with them. So I say there was some times with certain artists, sometimes like I got a little bit respect for them, so I don't really like go as hard as I maybe could have with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So, and that's a good little analogy because now it's like, all right. So then, how do you come up with an interview flow, the flow of an interview? You know what I mean? How
Hmm.
how you gonna come, I guess, and ask a question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What angle you gonna come? And how do you come up with that?
Real talk, man. Like bro, I real talk use my people. I use my circle, man. I act like what y'all think. I think about what I would want to know as a fan, what would make me like, what I'm saying, want to listen as a fan. That's how I think about it. Like, all right, if I'm just your average person that ain't never met this person, that ain't never got to, and I was just like wanting to ask them, like, and I can ask them anything. What would that person ask them? What would their biggest fan want to know? What would their biggest hater want to know? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, so I think about that, and then I was like, I ask my circle, I ask my boys. I talk to Jay Will every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's two people. Like I talk to my shout out to my boy DJ. And shout out to my brother Justin, man. Like I call him my left shoulder, my right shoulder. I don't really make too many decisions in life without getting their opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might not go with which either one say. I might go with my own in the middle. But it's like I need to hear what they think, and I know how they come. And I know I got Jay Will. That's my spiritual friend. You feel me? He gonna give me the spiritual aspect of it. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then DJ, he a Detroit nigga, you know what I'm saying? He a get money nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he thinking straight numbers and like it makes sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make that's his perspective of it. So I get both of those perspectives and I kind of find somewhere in the middle. You feel me? So I ask them a lot, you know what I mean? Like and then females, bro.
Hey,
Females be
hey,
knowing, man. So I tune
that's
in. You know what I'm
secret.
saying? Keep you a female. The females are the culture now.
Boys. Hey, trust me, nigga.
they
Don't
are the culture. So I ask my lady friends, man.
shout out to the lady friends, man. The platonic and the ones who that's non-platonic, But
Yeah,
yeah, right.
with the
You
ones
know
the
how
ones that's not the ones that's not, you can it's a temporary usage, but you get more use out of them if you leave them alone, Pete.
but hey, okay. Yeah. All right. So what are some like a couple little hot radio shows or podcasts or like sort of interview, settings that you kind of, give props to or kind of admire or kind of you look up to in a way, you know what I mean?
Of course, Breakfast Club. Of course, Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club, you know what I'm saying? We've been watching them for years. You know what I'm saying? Some of the top radio personalities in the country that I pay attention to, Greg Streets out of Atlanta, one of the biggest radio personalities out of Atlanta, always, you know what I'm saying? If you know about Greg Streets, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bebe out of Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like I think he in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He one of my favorite radio personalities to listen to just because his energy, his swag, like, you know what I'm saying, how he come, you know what I mean? I study a lot of what he do. Um, Out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Boo Man. He been in radio forever. You know what I'm saying? Legend. So pay attention to him. And I even like, bro, Tom Joyner, bro. I pay attention to Tom Joyner, bro. You feel me? Ricky Smiley. Like I pay attention to what they doing and they're like these is the legends and everything. My daddy used to always tell me, "You gonna be the next Tom Joyner. You gonna be the next Tom." So it's like, bro, I even like, bro, I've studied Howard Stern. You feel me? Like even how Howard Stern used to come. Like Howard Stern is that's the GOAT. He's the top, you know what I'm saying, person when it comes to this radio shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody done nothing bigger than Howard Stern. But like this new era and coming into like the podcast and podcasting, like, bro, I love it. And I kind of shied away from it for a long time because it was like I really went to school for this, and it's a lot of niggas doing podcasts that ain't never been on radio for real. That don't, you know what I'm saying? They just buy a camera and a mic and they just be talking. Like, bro, I really been trained for this shit. Like, I really got, you know what I'm saying, accolades in this shit. So it's like I kind of looked at that shit like, man, like nah, but. It's like now these motherfuckers is making more money than the real radio personalities. They making more money than the rappers. It's like that's what it is now, and it's like for a long time, it's kind of like coming up out of our generation. We was more of like that internet shit fake, man. We really them in real life. You know what I'm saying? We really them niggas in real life. We don't need that internet shit. So it was like, but now it's like more embracing it. You know what I'm saying? And I like all the podcasts like $1 million worth of game, like Gillian Wallow, bro. Watch them all the time, bro. I love that show. Cam and Mace, it is what it is. Like that's one of my favorite shows. Watch, you know what I'm saying, them all the time. You know what I'm saying? That was Cam was one of my favorite rappers growing up. Mace, one of my favorite rappers growing up. So even watching them like transition and then doing what they doing now, like I think that, you know what I'm saying, that it's dope. I even like Cam Newton's, you know what I'm saying, show. I like what he doing, like how he was able to transition, you know what I'm saying, from being like hated on, you know what I'm saying, and really like getting his time cut short in the league to like flipping it and like, you know what I'm saying, and making and still making a big platform for himself. Like
Right,
I
right.
respect that a lot, you know what I'm saying? So even like those podcasts and everything like that, like watch them come up from ground up and now they like they doing bigger than radio. These niggas getting in movies and everything now off they podcast.
So, so then, what advice would you have for somebody who was maybe in your shoes at one point, um, and wants to be, like some of the people that you named, wants to be like yourself, but they don't even know where to start. They might not even know that that's the spark that they feel it. They got the spark, but they don't know that that's what it is. What's that
hmm
they take so they can keep following their way?
I say, bro, like my main advice for people because it's like everybody got different starting points. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Everybody got different resources and you know what I'm saying and different things to their exposure. So I would say my biggest advice is just go. You feel me? Just jump off the porch. And I'm like when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, even with this, like when we dropped this podcast, you know how many people was like, about time, about time. We've been telling you this. You know how long, like I told you, I talked to my brothers, Jay Will and DJ, every day about it. You know how long both of them have been telling me, like for years. It's been years, bro. Like they've been
Uh-huh.
telling me to do this shit, bro. You feel me? Like, it's like, dropping this, it was like everybody was like, well, we knew you was gonna do it. We glad you finally did it. So it was like my whole stoppage was myself, bro. It was me wanting, like, nah, man, like, man, they ain't gonna respect it if I do that podcast shit. Like, I really come from radio. Like, they like, damn, this nigga he ain't on radio. He doing just some internet shit now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that, like, I'm my ego fucking with me in my head. I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want everything to be perfect. Oh, I ain't got the camera that I want. Or I ain't got the lights that I want. I ain't got the microphones and I don't got the all the soundboard and I want that shit to look all professional and I want it to be and it's like
Just gotta go.
yeah, bro. Like, let it go. Just go. Go forward. Just do what you got to do with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Use the tools that you got right in front of you. You got all the tools right in front of you, man. We at the best time in life where technology is just like easy access. We got everybody. We got a whole computer in our pocket. I remember it was a time we had to go to the library, get a library card to go search on the internet. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Pead.
Like, bro, you got a whole computer in your phone. Like, you can get on the internet. You can start a podcast by downloading an app and just calling your nigga. You know what
Nah, for real. For real.
I'm saying?
Hey, you call a motherfucker who don't want you calling them.
Like, you get some content. You hear me? Like,
Yeah.
this shit is it's like it's too easy. It ain't no like it's no excuses anymore. It's just the only excuse is just you. You feel me?
Yeah.
So get up off your ass. Stop making excuses for yourself. That's making you stop yourself and procrastinate and just do it. That's my best advice to everybody. Just go.
Hey, that's our biggest enemy. The man in the mirror is the one that's holding yourself back.
That's it. That's it.
Shout
That's it.
out to you for jumping off that porch, big dog. That's real. So then let's get
Man,
like what is like a behind the scenes moments though, you know, because you jump off the porch and then you get the, like I said, you get the doing your thing, but you know, it's adversity and perseverance and everything that we do, you know.
mhm.
So it's like, what's a behind the scenes moment that make you question? You know what I mean? If I want to keep doing this shit, do something else. Was I tripping before? You know what I mean?
When
Or
you start finding out that celebrities don't make as much money as you thought, when you start really becoming friends with celebrities and you really see they got the same problems that you got, then you be like, bro, what am I? Hold on. When the people that you looked up to and you thought they was on this level, when you finally get on the same level as them, and
right,
you see like it ain't
people,
it ain't as sweet, it ain't as sweet as you thought it
right,
was, then you be
people,
like,
are
bro,
people,
hold on.
right, right.
Like,
That's
is
how
it is this shit right for me? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, everybody journey different. So, like I say, like, don't let that discourage you neither. But I would say like it was times like that, and then like, bro, I've been on radio like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the game like, you know what I mean? It's so long. So when you get to this point and everything, you know, when you young, you thinking like, bro, when I'm this age, I'm gonna be rich as hell. You feel? I'm gonna be on. You know, I'm supposed to be a billionaire by now, bro. Where's my billions? You feel me? So you start, that shit start getting in your
yeah,
mental, like, bro, what am I doing, bro? Like, maybe I need to be. I could have just went, and, you know what I'm saying, been a mailman or something.
real shit, more peaceful.
Yeah,
I
bro.
feel that.
Like you start looking at the people and everything. He was like, man, like they just went and got jobs and had families and you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, I lived a lot of life, bro. Like I traveled all over the country. I didn't had females from every state, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't been on stages and I didn't met countless celebrities and had all these opportunities, seen all these dope things, but then you start getting older, you start looking at dang, some of them niggas that kind of like slowed down, got out early, had their families and started like now they kind of like, you know what I'm saying, doing all right now. You feel me? Like they and you start thinking like, damn, did I make the wrong move? Like I'm chasing this shit. Like maybe I should have just been just trying to build a normal ass life.
Real, I feel that. So then, what are the moments that give you that reassurance? Like, you know what? This, yep, I knew I did the right shit. I know I'm on the right path. With some shit like that, some moments like that.
So the moments that be like that is when like I get like a big gig or something like that. Like I'm DJing at in an arena. I'm on tour with T Grizzly. Like I'm at the BET Awards and my kids can literally be like, Daddy, I saw you on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like like Daddy, you really know him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
them moments and even like it be so weird. Like I'll you know what I'm saying, I'll get like a dope book and I'll drop a flyer or I'll present a new opportunity that just came to me and it's like a lot of people in the city, a lot of my followers and fans and everything, supporters, like, oh, we proud of you. You know what I'm saying? We proud of you. Like, whenever I accomplish something, like everybody pushing behind me. Even with this, even with the podcast, all the DMs and text messages and phone calls that we've been getting in the past couple of days, like those moments, them text messages, like man, like damn. When people be hitting me up, like it's other people, like even what wanted me to start this podcast. Shout out to my boy Uncle Joe podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my little bro in the city. Like last time I was in Columbus, like about a couple weeks ago, he told me he was like, Marley, like watching you, man, work the BET Awards, being on the radio. He was like, bro, you inspired me. That's why I started my podcast. And
Mm.
now, like, he got one of the biggest platforms, you know what I'm saying, in Ohio and everything. And it's like, for him to tell me, like, I started this shit because I was inspired by you, that shit almost made me want to cry. You feel me?
Yep.
Like, damn, bro. Like, damn, that shit, that it's moments like that that make me feel like what I'm doing is worth it and what I'm doing has a purpose. You feel me?
Nah, for sure, for sure. So, what was some of the greatest moments in the city? that made you, you know what I'm saying, that you can just hang your hat on and what it is that you do.
Man, one of the biggest parties that I threw and one of the proudest moments that I had. You was there that night because it all happened. It all happened around the same time. You was fresh in the league. The night Trey Burke had his draft party when he got drafted into the NBA. That
Oh,
was one of my
at
that was
Republic.
one of my proudest moments. And then I'm DJing that party. You in the section. I'm looking at Trey, you know what I'm saying? Just got in the NBA. We out here. I'm DJing this party. We got the whole entire city out there, bitch, bro. I'm talking about like that was one of the biggest parties I ever threw. We made so much money that night, bro. But it wasn't even about the money that we made. It was like, bro, it was just like just to see the whole city like so excited. Like it was everybody was so like nigga, we really did like we in the NFL and the NBA, nigga. Like, what
Nah,
are we, like we from the east
hey,
side, nigga. What you talking about, bro? Like,
hey,
and I'm on the radio and I'm DJing and I'm throwing a party for my niggas. They in the league,
hey, and had that bitch rocking, nigga. Nah,
bro. That was probably one of the most proudest moments, like one of the most like funnest nights, like dog. Like I'll never forget that night, bro. Like I'll never
yeah,
forget that. That
nah.
was one of that was
Shout out,
up there,
bro,
bro. Like
man. Hey, shout out,
it was like a movie. I wish they could have put that whole night in a
nah,
movie, bro.
don't even really look. Really, that's one of them nights you do it one time, bro. Because if you do it again, it ain't gonna be the same, man. You,
Man, never like bro just the feeling because it was like bro like ain't nobody seen that like who had been to the league before y'all, you know what I'm saying, like from the city, like it was just so much of a inspiration for everybody. I feel like that's what opened the doors to make it like bro we can really do that, like I feel like that's the whole like
yeah,
kind of perception, yo, we gave the whole city with that, like, bro, it
yeah,
could be done. Like, look, nigga, like, nigga, I took over Power 107.5. These niggas in the NFL, this nigga in the NBA, like, bro, we
yeah.
really did it.
Bro,
That was the full circle moment, and just everybody was there, bro. Everybody like everybody
everybody
was
saying,
there.
everybody saying that.
Everybody was there, bro. Everybody was
Hey,
there.
so what? So what? What made you go to move and up leave from Columbus? Who?
Phew, man. So
Did you
during
have
COVID, during
already?
COVID. during COVID, iHeart, you know what I'm saying? They let everybody go. That was like I got a call, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew that the world was being shut down. This was a week before, this was a couple weeks before COVID happened. Like we just got laid off out of nowhere. They gave us a severance package, they gave us unemployment. They gave me a check for $20,000 for $26,000 and said, yeah, you done. I'm like, what? But they gave me a check.
Yeah,
So I took that check and I was kind of depressed, bro. Like I said, it was like having the carpet ripped from under me. You number one show in Ohio. I got the number one show in Ohio when they fired me, bro.
mm,
So it was like they laid me off, and it was like I really didn't even want to show my face in the city, bro. To tell you the truth, like I went
yeah,
out to Cali, bro. I moved out to Cali and went to LA. And Jay Will had took me out to LA, man. He was like, bro, let's go out to LA. We went out to Vegas first. We did a whole lot of good things in Vegas. Then we went out to Cali and like I'm talking about the first day, the second day we was in Cali. The second day we got a crib apartment downtown LA. Second day out there, the world shut down. We on lockdown for that whole summer in LA. So then I kind of like came back to Columbus after running through that money. Like $20,000 ain't gonna last you long in down in LA.
nah,
That's
my last
I
run.
ran through that. Now we like low on funds. I'm like, dude, I need to go back to Ohio. So I went back to Ohio that summer. At the end of that summer, start doing parties like at one of the clubs that was open. You know what I'm saying? It was only like one club that was open in the city, like was doing parties there and everything. Now the two people that I had partners with, man, that I was throwing parties with, they had ended up getting killed that summer, man. And it's just a lot going on, and I had felt like my time in the city was kind of like coming to an end. I needed to get up through, so I went to Atlanta. I was already going back and forth to Atlanta because, like I said, just trying to find clubs that was open during that time was hard. I'm driving 8 hours all the way to Atlanta just to go DJ. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? So it had got to a point where I'm back and forth to Atlanta so much, and I'm starting to meet people. I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying, get my connects up out there to where I'm like, I'm making money where I'm staying out here for a week or two. I'm staying out here for a few days to where it's like, damn, I'm making enough money. I'm about to try to find a crib. Then I found a crib. Then it was it was like, you know what I'm saying, the rest is history from there, man. It just kind of went like that, you know what I mean? And then I start trying to get on at Streets 945. Even before I moved to Atlanta, like I wrote down in a notebook that I wanted to work for Streets. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch Streets. I know there was a privately owned station, there was a black owned station, and it was like I just like what they was doing. They had DJ Holiday on there at the time, they had Young Jock on there at the time. They had a young cat named DC that was on there, and they had Rory Simmons on there, and I used to look up to them, and like I just wanted to work in Atlanta and kind of like be at a privately owned station and do what they was doing. There was a growing station, so I had wrote down I'm gonna move to Atlanta and I'm gonna work for that station. I wrote it down. I said I'm gonna be the biggest DJ in Atlanta. I'm gonna be on the radio in Atlanta. I wrote this. I still got the notebook. It's actually in my book bag. I got that notebook still. I wrote it down. And like I used to look at it every day. It took me 2 years to manifest it, but everything that I wrote down on that paper happened.
Hey, hey, and don't worry about how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
the phone when
Now,
you
now,
call
now,
me,
it's,
yo.
now,
It's
now I'm looking up. It's been like it's almost 5 years I was in Atlanta. Like I'm like, it don't even feel like it. That shit crazy.
all good shit. Time fly when you having fun, man, making some money. It's all good.
Hell
So,
yeah.
oh, that's good. That's hey. It's I feel like man, you done gave the people a little bit of the man behind the mic. Yeah,
Yeah, man. So now they know, you know what I'm saying, Marley, why the
a
hell I'm
little
doing
bit.
this shit. I
You know,
got I got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, like history, like, you know what I'm saying, with basketball, football and everything, you know what I'm saying. I
yeah.
ain't I ain't make it to the league like y'all niggas, you feel me? But you know what I'm
You in
saying.
your
But
own
I took it to
league.
another I
You in
took it
your
to
own
another level with
league.
this media shit.
You in your own league. I'm gonna go ahead and end it with a few little fun little questions. Uh, you know, just some what ifs, I guess. Would you remember dedications, the dedications, Lil Wayne's,
Yeah.
how Lil
Hell
Wayne,
yeah.
drama,
Hell yeah.
they were,
Dedication
how they
one and
did their
two,
little,
probably two my favorite. Yeah.
how they did their little, you know what I mean, 1-2 collab.
Hmm.
Would you ever do a mixtape like that with an artist?
Hell yeah. Hell
Who?
yeah. Now I've done a few mixtapes. I haven't done one like in a long time because you know what I'm saying, like when the websites like that Piff and live mixtapes kind of like died
Yeah,
out. You know what I'm saying? That kind of died out when streaming went hard. Like when
yeah,
Apple Music and everybody just streaming off of Apple and Tidal. When Tidal went up, that kind of killed the mixtapes, like live
yeah,
mixtapes and that Piff and you know what I'm saying, my mixtapes and all those type of websites. I used to be account holders on them. I used to be front page. I used to drop mixtapes all the time on them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I always like, even when I was doing those, I used to say like, I want to do a real album, like a mixtape. Like I want to do a real album. Like you feel me? And then I seen Drama has done it now. Shout out to Swamp Izzo. Swamp Izzo just did it on the last Playboy Cardi album. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they made me like, damn, bro. I thought about this years ago. I wanted to do this years ago.
Mm. Oh, we got some skippage. We got some skippage. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Boy, froze all up. Oh, your shit must have died. Shit, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what did happen. Yup, he up out of there. But hey, that was our time. We ain't have much else going on. I was gonna ask him a couple more questions, man. But that's DJ Molly. You feel what I'm saying? DJ Molly Molly Mall, I believe 614 on the Instagram. Oh, Midwest Molly. That's what it is. Midwest Molly on the Instagram. At IP on the Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? This is the one. What is it? One any given podcast on Instagram. The number one any given podcast. Again, we just came up with it, man. A couple hours ago. We wanted it to flow organically. We wanted it to, come to us, and that's what came. So we appreciate the support, especially from the city of Columbus, Ohio, man. It's all love coming from out there. Nothing but love. Y'all are the reason we even, you know, got a little motivation to keep this up. You know what I mean? And to keep feeding and to keep, just bringing more content. So shout out to Columbus, man. Shout out to everybody else though, regardless of where you coming from. Staying tuned in, and man, and keeping us motivated to keep doing this thing. So because you know how it is, you gotta just do it, and then you gotta stay consistent. So appreciate y'all, man. 2-3 IP. I'm out.